By the time Rajan understood the truth, his family had already moved on without him. How does a man give 30 years of his life to the people he loves and slowly become invisible to them? But nobody knew how much Rajan had quietly sacrificed. Rajan was 58 years old, tired, but still working. Every morning at 5 he drank tea, then took the bus to the factory. He never complained, not once. When his son needed money for college, Rajan sold his scooter. When his daughter wanted a big wedding, Rajan borrowed money from friends. When the house needed repairs, Rajan skipped meals to save money. Nobody asked how he was doing. Nobody noticed the shoes he hadn't replaced in 4 years. Nobody saw medical bills hidden inside an old notebook. He told himself, this is what a father does. Sometimes his wife would say, you never spend time with us. But Rajan was always working for them. His children called once a week. Sometimes less. The calls were short, polite, empty. He noticed it, but he smiled anyway. That was the moment everything changed. Rajan suffered a small heart attack. Nothing fatal, but serious enough. The doctor said, rest, reduce stress, stop heavy work. Rajan called his son first. The phone rang 4 times. Then his son answered, Papa, I'm in a meeting. I'll call you back. But he never called back. Rajan returned home from the hospital alone. His wife was busy cooking for the grandchildren's visit. No one asked what the doctor had said. That night, Rajan sat alone in the dark, not angry, just quiet. Then Rajan made one critical mistake. He said nothing. He didn't tell them he was scared. He didn't show them the second medical bill. The bigger one, he never said, I need you right now. Because for 30 years, he had only known how to be strong. He didn't know how to be anything else. 3 months later, his son called with news. He was moving to another city, better job, bigger apartment. He sounded excited, happy, already gone in his mind. We'll visit, Papa, don't worry. After the call ended, Rajan stared silently at the wall. The house no longer felt like home, but he didn't fight. He didn't beg. Instead, he opened the old notebook filed with hidden bills. He looked at the numbers, then quietly closed it. And for the first time in 30 years, Rajan made a decision for himself. He called an old friend, someone he hadn't spoken to in 10 years. Remember that small piece of land you wanted to sell? I'll buy part of it. What happened next surprised even Rajan. He started traveling again, small trips, new places. At first alone, then with his friend. He started eating properly. He bought new shoes. He sat in the morning sun, drinking tea slowly. No rushing, no hiding pain, no pretending. He also stopped answering calls immediately, not out of anger, out of self-respect. His children noticed that something had changed in their father, something they couldn't explain, but could feel. One Saturday, his daughter came home unexpectedly. She found him laughing. During a video call with his old friend, she stood quietly at the doorway, watching her father laugh. Then she realized something. She hadn't heard that sound in years. She sat beside him and started crying. Rajan is not. But her. Papa, we forgot about you, didn't we? Rajan looked at her silently for a long moment. Then he smiled softly. You were busy living, I understand. But deep inside him, something had changed forever. He still loved his family deeply, but he had stopped waiting for them to save him because he finally understood something important. A man who gives away everything and forgets himself eventually ends up with nothing, even when surrounded by people who love him.